the SRL, and they're off now. So yeah, this race now is against RawkinJawsh and Xander, aka Zelda Rocks Xander. And it'll be the same as the last race, hopefully. A nail biter.
Difference in PBs for these two guys is a bit larger than our previous race, though.
This is true. Yeah. See if I can get Xander. Oh, yes. That's quite the difference. Goodness gracious. Maybe Xander's been training, though. You are seeing the standard world run 1 right now from both players. Just going through the intended warps. And occasionally wrong warping some of them. Yeah, the Xander stream looks like it itself, it's on his end. So there's not much we can do about that.
RawkinJawsh nailing the lockjaw trick. Saving a couple seconds over Xander, who...
Yeah, Xander is now floundering, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Does the right thing in dying, though. If you lose a Kong there, you don't want to play the level normally.
Oh, he might have despawned the warp barrel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
But you don't want to play the level all the way through, so you take the death and then get the Kong again. There he goes. Josh, meanwhile, at Crow, getting some fakes. Getting some real ones. Josh now going for the hothead hop. Wrong warp. Looks like he got it. You want to explain the wrong warps there to the viewers then, Void?
Yeah, sure. So...
Because I can't.
A couple tips on that wrong warp is making sure that the crockhead to the right is loaded properly, and then afterwards you lure the clobber to the left. Then you grab the chest, and by bouncing on the clobber while holding the chest and landing in that exact spot, you pick up the chest and the clobber at the same time, thus creating an invisible object, and you can use this invisible object to manipulate the IDs and warp out of the level. This is one of the easiest wrong warps, in my opinion, to execute, but it's also one that doesn't save too much time.
Yeah, Xander's not going for it. He's just taking the natural warp. And it's not that slow, as you can see. Does get the fanfare at the end, though. Xander's probably not going for the big boy either. We'll probably see a lot of the simpler strats from Xander's side.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas Josh, does Josh do double jumps in Radley now?
I'm not sure. If he does, if he doesn't, he should.
So we'll definitely see two different styles of play. Josh's will be faster and riskier, whereas Xander's will be a bit more controlled, hopefully.
Definitely.
Xander having a little bit
up against Cleaver.
Xander's having a little bit of problems with, I don't even know what this level's called.
Ooh, Lava Lagoon.
Lava
Yeah.
Lagoon.
Yeah, the clown pun here can definitely troll. Josh gets Lava Fly, no problem.
Like everybody, I'm not going to be surprised if Xander gets it too. And everybody makes fun of me when I don't even do it.
I don't think Xander's gonna go for Lava Fly.
No, probably not.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna be 2.
Okay, Josh is now entering the real game.
Yeah. Josh actually on pretty good pace. 532 World 2 is fairly decent considering. How many fakes did he get?
I saw at least 2. I was watching Xander a little bit at the time, but there was at least 2.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of your time loss out of the second world even is based on how many fakes you got. Yeah. Assuming you didn't screw anything up majorly in the first 2 worlds.
Definitely.
Josh throwing Diddy or Dixie into the barrel to set up the damage boost later on. But I think both runners missed in the last race. Josh is going for it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's good. Doesn't get the G though. No swag. Xander just finishes up Cleaver 1, moving to Cleaver 2. The Flying Sword of Doom.
So I think you talked about glimmers this afternoon, and
yeah,
most of what you say is definitely true. You can bleed a lot of time in this stage, and in my opinion, it's one of the hardest levels to optimize, if not the hardest level to optimize in the whole game.
Yeah, there's just so much movement options because you're in the water. You have to think about more about how high up you are as well as how far left, right you are.
Yeah.
Whereas in most levels, you're just running along the ground at most points.
Xander coming up on World 3.
Yeah. Josh goes for a despawn strat on one of the puffers at the end there and gets it. It's not something we saw from the first race today. You swim in an inappropriate fashion at the end of that Glimmer's Galleon. You can despawn one of the 2 puffers. And it's the puffer that shoots spikes that impede your progress. You have to slow down to wait for them to pass so you don't get a hit. But if you despawn it, then you can just charge through.
So yeah, Kraken is probably the first level that has a really high chance of killing you, straight up killing you and your run when you first start off. A lot of really hard platforming.
And the big problem is that there's no floor below you. It's just all pits.
Yeah.
If you miss one roll, which can be fairly precise depending on which one you're doing, you just fall into the pit and die. Looks like Xander's not going for the damage boost strat.
Pretty nice crackhead by Josh.
Yeah, it was good.
Another thing about that stage is the crockheads can eat your inputs, so you have to be really careful when you land on them. You have to be conscious of that at all times.
Yeah, they're a bit squishier than solid ground.
Yeah.
Josh is cruising through Rattle Battle right now. The goal is to stay in the air as much as possible because Rattling moves slow on the ground. So you just jump and keep jumping. Josh is now doing the slime climb wrong warp. You saw him do a Kong swap underwater to get this super damage boost. I'm flying all the way up to the level. Hey, Otter.
Hey, Lynx.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, I'm supposed to call you Lynx? My bad.
Oh, Otter is fine.
Josh does the very important task of throwing the barrel to the left. If you throw the barrel to the right, it doesn't work.
Yeah, for Slime Climb, it's a good thing that he got it because you can lose a lot of time if you failed it. So
Depending on how
want
you
to see.
climb, you can have to do the whole level without any warps.
Yeah, so for Bramble Blast, I'm seeing that George has decent fast barrels. It's not easy to get them right, but he does it well. He does the iframe strat too. So let's see if he gets the divine clip.
Clip coming up. Doesn't get it.
Okay, he may get the backup here.
He didn't lose a Kong though, so that's...
Oh,
doesn't get the backup either.
Unfortunate.
Time for Xander to catch up.
Yeah, that's pretty much his first major mistake this run, having to go through the Maze of Shame.
Yeah, he has been having a very good run so far until here. Well, he's well in a good pace even with this mistake, but it certainly blitzed some time.
It looks like Xander's opting to use Dixie here for a Crockhead Clamber. Yes, not comfortable with the movement as Diddy, so taking it safe. Hovering everywhere. His choice.
Well, better safe than dead, I think.
Yes.
That is true.
Okay, so Judge doesn't go for the fast strat here in Cudgel, but it's not that big of a deal. How much time do you lose without this the fast stretch in Cudgel?
If you get all 6 quick hits on Cudgel, you save between 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. So for newer runners, it's definitely not something I would recommend.
Yeah, not worth it at all.
Considering that failing a quick hit and having to go through an extra Cudgel cycle loses between 10 and 15 seconds.
Yeah, there's more important, higher priority things to learn as well than killing this one boss faster.
Yeah, for sure. So Xander coming up in Rattle Battle right now. So as for Judge, if someone was wondering in the chat, Judge right now has like a mid 43, so he's been putting a lot of work in the game lately. So yeah, he's a skilled player right now.
For sure. Yeah, his seed was he was seeded when he had a 44.04, I believe. And now he's improved by 30 seconds. And when you're that high up on the leaderboard, PBing by 30 seconds puts you above a lot of different runners. Could have jumped him 10 spots on the leaderboard.
Yeah, good scroll there.
See, I was not even aware that he got a 43. I knew about his 4404, but nothing past
Apparently, it
that.
happened like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It happened like 2 days ago, and very late in the night. So, yeah, it's
Xander
very
taking
recent.
a death and slime climb. He's
He
got to
opts
go back to get a second Kong so that he can retry the wrong
Yeah,
warp.
I don't know if he's actually trying to get the wrong up here.
He's going for it. Otherwise, you wouldn't
Oh,
jump in the water like that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very tricky to jump in the water, swap Kongs, and then jump out without having the fish take a bite out of you.
Yeah, you don't
gotta
have
be
you have a tiny window for that. If you jump, if you don't jump enough in the water, so you will get hit.
Up he goes. Oh, and then hits a croc and dies. No.
Wow. All kinds of trouble here.
That wasn't the ideal way to do the boost, but it does work. The important part of getting that super damage boost is to skip the trigger that causes the water to raise. And that allows you to actually do the wrong warp. If the water raises, you can't do the wrong warp. So there's a certain spot where you do the damage boost that makes it faster, but as long as you get the damage boost, you can still attempt the wrong warp.
Yeah, that's true. There is like a backup for that damage boost. If you don't hit or if you happen to kill the first beetle, at some point you can get hit by another one. But you have to make sure that the water doesn't go very high, because you could mess up the trick.
Josh gets the swag balloon.
Nice swag balloon there.
He's going for it. Didn't get the G though, so only one of two.
Nice. The run is jinxed right now. That is the ultimate jinx. I swear that is a jinx when you get the swag balloon in a run. Let's see how goes the Rambler. I think Xander is something to do the stage normally.
Yeah, at some point you gotta cut your loss. Looking good for Josh here on the wrong warp.
Nice, first try. First try, very good.
RawkinJawsh right now is probably a second tier runner in this game, but he's improving quickly, so.
Yeah, he's having put a ton of work in the game, and he has been joining a lot of races too, so.
Yeah.
He's showing up the consistency too, so that is something to consider. Okay, Xander got through slime climb.
Yeah. Taking the casual route, but whatever gets the job done.
That is true.
Nice. Guy number 2 not showing up in this run. So now coming up for Judge is Mudhole, and let's see how he does, because there is a lot of people with different strats for this stage, as this stage can be very tricky and very hard to get, and dying in the stage loses you a lot of time, so sometimes you don't want to take a lot of risks.
Yeah, Mudhole is a pretty major run killer. A lot of really difficult platforming and a wrong warp that saves something between 15 and 20 seconds to top it off.
Yeah, but it's certainly one of the most technical wrong warps in the game. As for what do you want to see and what IDs do you want to spawn,
yeah, definitely
to get it correctly.
Ooh, almost dropped a cannonball in the water.
Yeah,
That was close. Okay, so let's see.
Should be good.
Yeah, it's right. Nice one.
Very well done.
While Xander makes his way through Bramble Blast. Best he can. Here comes the big boy, number 2.
Ooh.
Josh misses it.
And in a bad way too. He fell off too. So
Yeah, so
that's a big time
because the Croc is dead, he has to do a backup strat.
Yeah.
he got the backup first try though.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, this is a really useful backup to know for all the newer runners, I would say.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Incredibly hard though. That roll is very, very tricky.
Yeah. You can do damage boosting to get the height as well.
Yeah.
That's a little bit easier, but you have to lose a Kong.
Mhm.
Xander is true Bramble Blast. I didn't see if he got the Vine Clip or what did he do.
No, I don't imagine he did. He might have did the backup though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, at this stage, Josh is approximately 1 world ahead of Xander.
Yes.
Quite the lead.
Yeah, this is a pretty substantial lead.
Again, Josh is on top of his game this run. Not many mistakes so far.
No, he's having a really good pace. I mean, in a race, normally you can have a lot of mistakes and the lead can quite shift, as we saw in the earlier race today. The lead can shift because of a little mistake that loses you a lot of time. So
Yeah.
we can see the consistency in Judge showing up and making a good result. Good fight too.
King's Instinct down.
So now we will see the most punishing world, in my opinion, to fail. Mostly because you don't have wrong warps or very big time saves. It's a lot of skill and platforming.
There is the Gusty Glade wrong warp though, isn't there?
Low percent exclusive. Also involves some backtracking.
Soon TM. I bet there will be a wrong warp here in Ghostly too. Well, the Dastos one, but I think soon will be some human setup to this wrong warp.
Xander making his way through Hornet Hole currently.
Does pick up Squitter, so that means he's probably going for a Scrolly Scroll? Or does he just want the safety of having the spider? Looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Yeah, he's going for it.
But he's playing as Dixie.
Oh, he...
Well, he
didn't-
kind of got it hard.
Yeah, he didn't team up.
Well, halfway there. Didn't die.
Yeah, he made it.
Yeah, well,
Oh, never
yeah,
mind.
it's here. And
Oh,
then
I apologize. It's the commentator's curse.
So as for Haunted Hall, that it's the level in which Judge is. There's not a lot of stuff to do to save time here, but you can jump while going up in the slope to save some time, and you can jump down to of the big. How do you call it?
The big downhill slopes.
Yeah, the big slopes, and you can save time there too. Sometimes you can take some intentional minus barrels to do that. So if that seems rare to pick those barrels and lose some time in the counter, that's not important. It's just because it's a strat here to gain some time. I don't know how much time you can get from those strats in content hole. It's not that much, but it is free time because unless otherwise you
can
gain
gain over several seconds just by jumping up and down slopes and haunted all.
And in a level that's basically an auto scroller otherwise, right? You might as well try to save those seconds.
Yeah,
it's not like it's going to be a harder level.
Pressing B and doing nothing, so it's free time.
It is definitely free time.
No, chestless.
Chestless. I tried that once, decided it was too hard and stopped. Looks like Xander took another death. On Hornet Hole.
Oh yeah, he's starting again from the midpoint.
Hopefully he doesn't run low on lives.
I didn't notice how much lives he has. He will need all that he can get in Brambler too. Okay, so Judge
Josh going for
here,
the glide.
opting for Dixie here.
That's probably just being super safe at that point.
Yeah. The alternate strat, which involves keeping Diddy through the end section of that level, only saves like a second to a second and a half.
It's not that hard though.
No.
So I imagine Josh is able to do it, just opting not to.
Yeah, opting for consistency and safety.
Yeah, I can respect that in the race. But in a PV or in a run setting, I will say it's worth it. So safe strat here in PCP too?
Yeah.
See if he gets the headbutt.
And gets it.
And he gets it.
Pretty solid 2 damage PCP. Really good.
Makes a safe ending too.
Yeah, in PCP, you better not risk it if you don't know too well the damageless strat. Same here. I don't really know too much safe setups for web boots. I
don't think there is a safe setup.
Yeah, that is the thing.
The safest you can play this stage is making sure that your platforms spawn, I guess.
Yeah, because all the other setups seem so.
Yeah, there he is.
You were just talking about the commentary jinx, right, Nikhil?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Really unfortunate death here. Like there's really not much that can go wrong in the first half of Webwoods, but
there's always the chance you miss one of the quick webs, just like that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You sometimes get tempted for trying to do the platforms too optimally and trying to do very high, and you can certainly don't make it to the platform and fall away how
I've definitely lost a bunch of runs to those mistakes personally. You guys probably did as well.
Oh yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Webwoods, this is what happens.
Yeah.
Looks like the mistake Josh made though was making the web too early, I think. If you make a quick web too fast after your previous one, it just doesn't work. At least that's what I've found.
Nah, you're right.
Yeah, that's true.
The spider science is pretty weird. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
Looking over at Xander's stream for a sec. He's doing
he's doing Brambler Scramble.
Strat.
Yeah, Warpless Brambler.
It's a rare sight these days. Unfortunately, It's a bit choppy, so we can't appreciate it to its fullest.
Yeah, it's definitely a sight that I appreciate, though. Brambler Warpless is one of the coolest levels in the game, in my opinion.
I wasn't around when the swap to the wrong warp was made, but I heard there was a lot of disappointment.
Yeah, definitely.
But I want to play this stage.
Yeah, I wasn't here when they did a warpless strat in any percent. Now it's some kind of legacy strats and 102 strats.
Yeah, you still do Warpless Brambler Scramble, excuse me, in 1 or 2%.
Okay, so Judge
One
is
web
almost
left
through
for
webhooks. Don't get the other.
Don't call it until that last web is made.
Yeah.
You know, I died there in a lot of races, so...
Yeah, I've died there a couple of times too. It's something
the infamous
that feels really bad.
Kipple spit, as it's called.
Is that okay? It does have
Yeah.
a name.
I didn't know. Well, KBC and the other Spanish guys call it the other lip.
Oh.
But yeah, Josh does make it through Webwoods with, I think that was 2 deaths total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice right spawn.
Yeah, the RNG for this Ghost Crow is basically whether or not the barrel, or where the barrel spawns. It's either center or left or right, and depending on which phase you're doing, you want a different spawn.
Now Ward 6 for Judge for the kind of boring stage.
Swim around for a bit, beat the level.
Yeah.
Get hit, wonder
So,
why.
Yeah, Arctic Abyss is a pretty frustrating level, mostly because of the hitbox of the fish. Can be pretty deceiving. And sometimes
Yeah,
you get hit when you most likely should not get hit, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
Yeah, probably this guy has the worst hitbox of all the animal bodies, including worse than Radley sometimes.
Yeah,
Just
Radley
because-
has a pretty trolly hitbox as well.
This one just because you don't know it when you are pressing Y and you are doing the attack and you still get hit, and you get salty and don't know why. So I personally hate more the Vanguard hitbox.
There is a strat at the end of that level to beat it faster without getting the fanfare, which involves crouching as you slide into the water when it starts falling. And somehow you hit the target but don't get the fanfare. I can't explain it, but it's a thing. And that's what Josh did.
Yeah, it's hard to...
Yeah, I can't really explain it either.
It works, and that's what we know.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Xander gets out of Bramble Scramble there. He's only got 2 lives left, so... I don't know if he's made a safety save or not.
Yeah, it could be a pretty decent option before heading out to Wall 5.
Josh damage boosts. Through the B.
Doesn't get the super jump, but still good.
It's now coming up on what we call Ghetto Bees.
Let's see if he tries.
Nope. Nice and easy.
Okay, still gets through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important to keep both Kongs before entering the next level. And if you take damage, you definitely want to go back to either this level or the previous level to grab an extra Kong, because you need both Kongs to perform the Castle Crush glitch.
Yeah, for sure. With this kind of lead, doing Ghetto Beast is more some kind of swag strat.
Yeah.
It don't really saves that much time to risk a monkey for that.
Josh chooses to ignore the bananas at the start of Castle Crush.
I grab all the bananas. And
I usually try to grab all the bananas too. I've seen some people try to grab none of them.
Yeah.
Josh just sort of grabbed the ones that he happened to grab. He didn't care. I'm surprised at that. But yeah, Castle Crush skip involves carrying this DK barrel to a certain point in the stage, and then getting an invisible barrel to summon the goal or the end of the stage somehow.
Yeah, you don't have to worry too much in this stage. Just try to not lose a monkey, and
yeah, and don't lose the barrel.
Don't lose the barrel. And there's some part of the stage that can lag the game a little bit. You want to avoid those lag points
like
by
the
killing
Chomper
some enemies.
Guys
yeah,
who's killing. If you don't kill them fast enough, you get the lag.
Okay.
Josh gets it.
It's not a hard trick to get, but it's important that you do get it.
It is pretty much the easiest trick in the game that saves the most time.
Longest time, yeah. But a lot of people, if they're not familiar with the run, they'll just think the runner is just sort of showing off by holding onto a DK barrel for as long as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
And then they're like, oh, what?
And then the magic happens, exactly.
Yeah.
It has to be one of the most shocking glitches to watch in the game. Beside from that super jumping slime, one of the most visual glitches in the game.
Yeah, there was a comment earlier about how that glitch looks more like a splicing of a run than a glitch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's clearly somebody poorly spliced a run together.
Okay, no gentleman strats for Judge. Good throw your green flame there.
Yeah. Not the best movement though, so he has to take it easy at the end. Not jumping up that rope was interesting. Jumping is faster than just climbing. But I guess he didn't want to hit the bead.
Yeah, if you go too fast, you can hit the bead.
Here comes the Xander comeback.
Bonus game for Judge. It is a hard clutch. You tend to fail it sometimes if you're nervous or something.
Yeah. And there's always like if there's one thing, if you don't get it first try, then you're doing something slightly wrong, and that's something it's hard to identify exactly.
Okay, he got it now.
Yeah.
Second try is not bad.
Okay, so he does the double jump strat here in Toxic Tower.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he did top sail. I wasn't here watching when
he attempted top sail, but it didn't work. So.
Oh, okay.
He just took the easy route.
Yeah. One of the many reasons why this level is my favorite level to speedrun is because of the amount of tech with the snake that you can do in this level.
It's such a technical level.
Yeah, there's a lot of paths involving short hops or true double jumps in the Radley section of this stage, so it's a very fun stage to to speedrun, and very stressful to speedrun in a PB base too.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless you don't do those strats, then this level's free.
Yeah.
The bird section is not to be underestimated either.
No, you have to know how to move with the bird and how to shoot, because you can get hit very easily if you are not aware of what you're doing. He got a good park section though.
Let's see if he gets up in 3.
Up in 3. That's a swag strat I didn't mention.
Oh,
Before.
he was almost there.
Yeah, doesn't get it, but
Has to take the 4th web.
So I guess now the jump or riot.
Yeah, I think Josh can use this time to practice the jump for a bit.
Interesting. Okay, he tried to go safe there.
Ooh, loses Diddy though.
Yeah, that camera manipulation is a bit finicky sometimes.
Now he's probably just playing it safe. Make sure he beats the level. Fine.
Oh, he tried the no wiggle. He
Yeah, so
almost
if you
gets it.
fly over top of Screech, then you can skip the race. But if you fly a little bit too high, you take damage. As you can see, he skipped the race, but damage, so lost to Kong. He does go take a pit stop.
the safety
Refuel
Kong
his- Yeah,
definitely makes the second half of this level much
Yeah.
less stressful.
for sure.
Yes, you really don't want to lose a monkey here. If you go with just one Kong here, you will get stressed to death and probably will get hit somewhere.
Hey Josh on to K. Rule. Looking at a screenshot of Xander. Looks like he's on King Zing, so
There's gonna be nowhere to tell if he gets 2 cycle.
yeah.
We're getting a nice slideshow of King Sing here.
I guess we can get an indication of how well he's playing if we compare to his splits. He's ahead or behind.
He seems to be behind of his.
Yeah, he seems
PB right now.
About 5 minutes behind his PB currently.
Okay. Sort of makes sense for a race. You're probably not gonna get a PB in a race in most circumstances.
Yeah, I don't know either if that is his first race like ever, and he's nervous. Well, there's a lot of factors that could affect your performance in a race setting, especially in a tournament race that may be more important for him.
Hey, I can't imagine Josh not doing Blue Diddy here.
No, he needs to do it.
He needs to, otherwise we'll disqualify him. Tell him to go
Yep.
back and do it better. What?
No, he
Josh.
didn't do it.
Why?
Man, you disappoint me. Oh my
He's
god.
on a
No
top
blue
Diddy.
Diddy. This
No
is,
blue Diddy.
Yeah, this is like
I will not stand for this.
unbelievably disrespectful.
This is not fine.
Unbelievable.
This is not fine. Exactly.
This is not fine.
Maybe he'll get the disappearing Diddy though. He won't go for that.
What is the disappearing Diddy? I know of the invincible monkeys.
So if you, on the last hit of K. Rool, while he's still black from shooting out the cannonball, take a hit and then land on top of him, you can get your model to disappear for Diddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, see, I
didn't
swear,
know
I
that.
swear I'm the only person who knows about this. I've done it a few times there. I have a highlight of it on my channel. I might be the only person who's ever done it.
And Josh finishes with
Josh finished.
46-13 on his splits, 46-16 on SRL.
So GG.
Yeah,
46 is a pretty
Yeah,
good time
nice run.
for a race, yeah. Not a lot went wrong. There was some trouble with Webb Woods.
Oh. Beside of the webwoods death and the maze of chain, I wouldn't say he got too many mistakes in this run. So it was a very good run.
Yeah, pretty solid showing from Josh.
But if Cranky had been playing, probably would have been faster.
Yeah, like Cranky can beat this game under an hour without any deaths.
So fast. It's amazing. Yeah, you don't need to go into the Lost World on any percent.
No, you just end up here. There's the other categories 102% and true ending that get the levels in Lost Worlds. But this one is beat the game as soon as possible, so we just finish the first K rule and get the credits, which is the condition. So I don't know how to commentate Xander's run right now.
Yeah. It's difficult. We know where he is, but we don't know how he's doing. Game over, Josh. Game over.
Should we bring in Josh here for an interview?
Yeah, let's do that, I'd say. We can interrogate him as to why he didn't do Blue Diddy.
Blue Diddy, yeah.
The ultimate commentary challenge.
We can talk about Xander's summer vacation on what's the island called? Crocodile Isle?
Yeah, it is Crocodile Isle.
Yeah, there we go. This is the slideshow from Xander's vacation. Crocodile Isle. Here he is appreciating the floating coin.
And I guess he died or something. Because that little slideshow and then black screen. I don't understand.
Oh, that was the PowerPoint projector having some problems.
Yeah, and he appeared in the same place again. And black screen again. Oh.
Is Josh around?
Maybe.
Hello.
Oh, hey, George.
Josh around.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ooh.
Hey, man. Congratulations for your win.
Yeah, pretty solid run. For all.
Oh, what the hell? I thought you were gonna take care of this.
Oh, much.
Okay.
My ass is wet.
Oh, hold on a sec, guys. I can't hear.
Oh, yeah, take your time. Don't worry.
We can talk about the next race, though. Coming up in an hour.
Is it
11:30
coming right now?
11:30 Eastern time. Next race.
Who is competing?
Dustpan and Raikou Rider.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what time Raikou has in this game.
I think Raikou has 48, maybe. Let me look it up.
All right, I'm good.
Got it.
Very good. Okay,
Yeah.
Josh. Question number 1 is why didn't you do Blue Diddy?
Oh, because I was Dixie.
Why didn't you
can-
do Blue Dixie?
I was gonna. I already had Dixie in front. I was gonna try to keep her the whole fight, but I wussied out and I switched to Diddy for purple phase.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, you got swag balloon. You got the swag strats, and you didn't do Blue
I
Diddy. Come on, man.
Dustpan jump.
You got Dustpan jump. Come on.
Oh,
Man.
that I didn't notice that.
What is Dustpan?
No, me neither.
It's the first honey pit in Hornet Hole. You don't flutter over it.
Okay.
Doesn't save any time, but
It's just different.
Just more swag.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's all about the swag in this game.
So anything about your run that I guess caught your eye, or maybe that you didn't do as well as you expected?
Definitely Webwood's Infinite.
It wasn't. It was only 3.
Well, it felt like an
You
eternity to
tried.
me.
It felt like forever. You heard it here first. It goes
Yeah.
1 to infinity.
It was pretty solid up until then. I think I was still 43 pace.
Yeah, it was a very good run up to that point. I think the only major.
Yeah, the only real mistake besides that was the Maze of Shame.
It was also second try CLC.
Oh yeah,
but that was
Oh,
after
that's
the
true.
Webwoods,
That's
though.
true.
That was after the run was dead.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I still try to do my best after the big mistakes. So I think
Yeah, I mean, that's-
CLC killed the 45.
That's how you win the tournament, though. Is
Yeah, I wanted to still 45.
don't choke on the when you get a small mistake. Don't let it get to you.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go on tilt and start making more mistakes, and then you realize if you would have kept your cool, wait for the
So
other
suddenly
guy,
you got
wait for the other guy to make a mistake, you might have still pulled ahead.
yeah. I didn't even know that you got a 43 recently. Congrats on that, by the way.
Thanks, Void.
Yeah. Do you plan on pushing it further?
I
Like
really
any,
wanted.
any goals?
The plan was to take a break with the 43.
Wait for McGill to catch up.
He says he's not going to. He says
No,
he's
I'm done. I'm done.
The rivalry will not continue.
Well, if you ever see my splits, the final split is now you can easily 42 because that's what they all say.
Yeah.
I want to take a break, but it's looking tempting. The sum of best is finally under 43, so it's getting possible.
What is it currently?
42.54.
All right.
So possible then. It's possible.
Yeah. Barely possible. Crow could kill the 42.
Yeah, both
World
crows.
resets. World One Infinite.
There's, even without learning new strats, there's still some gold out there. The movement can still get better.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say 2 levels in particular, without adding any strats, Toxic and Arctic. Arctic especially can get some much better movement.
Arctic can be like extremely punishing. You can lose a lot of time from not much, like the smallest mistake.
Yeah. I just try not to die. That does tend to happen.
It's another one of those water levels, just like Glimmer's Galleon, where small movement errors actually add up quite easily.
The fish just feels weird. If he's not in the right point of his animation, he'll get hit instead of killing an enemy. So you really got to keep your momentum.
Yeah, as for Toxic Tower, you have good movement, you have good double jumps. I mean, you could always adapt the Omega for the damage boost in the middle, but
yeah, that was definitely one of.
With the strat you already had, it's a good Toxic Tower. Maybe you can adapt some more moonwalk setups in scripts, so it gets more fast and consistent for the first part. But I didn't see a lot of mistake in Toxic Tower. It seems to be a consistent level for you.
That was one of my better snake sections.
It's just about moving faster in general with that, right?
Yeah, not messing up too many double jumps. If you keep screwing them up and losing time, you might as well not do them at all. You can still get a really good time without him. Mikhail doesn't double jump, and he's almost cut the 44.
Yeah, there's a lot of other stages in which you can get a very good time boost. You can save time in other stages than making the double jumps. It's true. KVC, for example, he didn't got he got like the 42, and then he started trying the double jumps.
You can still get a really good time without him. Mikhail doesn't double jump.
Definitely each runner, you know, everybody has their own way of doing things, and they find different things to be easier or harder depending on how they play. So
one runner one strat is really easy and they do it all the time, or another skips it, and there's a lot of mix and match. Even inside one level, it can be a mix of optimal and safe.
Okay,
Xander is now on the last world, though.
Yeah, he got to World 6.
Or, I guess.
So,
yeah,
congrats
6.
again, man.
World 7 is the thing.
Congrats again for the win. I guess we are having so much problem with Xander run. I don't know we can keep commentating this because it's really hard to watch.
Yeah.
So
we can like stick around and have it go, but it's hard to comment on.
I'm getting hit that I think we can finish here and cut the stream because of the lag problems of Xander. So.
But yeah, another reminder that the next race is going to be at 11:30. So, or 11:30 Eastern, I should say. Yeah. So it's a little less than an hour from now, and that's.
It won't be on this channel though. It's gonna be on twitch.tv/speedgaming.
And as we said, that's Dustpan versus Raikou Rider. So maybe we'll see the Dustpan jump in action again.
I'm excited. Raikou has a 52, by the way. He doesn't have as good of a time as I thought, but it should be a really good race regardless. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, that's the closest of the PBs that we've had so far, I think.
I think the race.
Or was Feral and Xylo
had
closer?
closer PBs.
What was? Okay.
Yeah. Well, regardless, you guys should definitely tune in an hour or so.
But yeah.
As we saw in the earlier race today, even if the racers have like PBs 4 minutes apart, the race can be pretty even. So all the races can be very exciting to watch. So this one won't be an exception. So make sure you are here for that race. So I get confirmation here. I think we will cut the stream here because of the stream problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.
All right, bye-bye, everybody.